What's up, guys? Welcome back to RideThe6 Rebuild FZ6R. There's still a couple things we got to do on the bike, and it has been a couple weeks, but as you can see, my garage is a bit of a disaster here. I'll give you a quick look. So there's one set of tires that just came off one of my cars. There's a set of 20s that came off my my Pontiac G8. So yeah, like, space in the garage right now, it's a bit of a disaster. Like, there's stuff everywhere. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. We got a couple small things to tie up, loose ends to tie up on the FZ6R rebuild. Stay tuned. So what I want you to look at is the rear passenger pegs. I'm not sure if you can see, but the one on the left side, it's bent, but it's not the passenger peg that's bent. It's the metal shield or whatever, chain guard, whatever the heck it is. So that's the piece that's bent. So because they did go down on the left side when I put it into the ditch. So just for comparison, I'm going to show you the parts bike here. Just for comparison, you can see, like, look at those rear pegs. Like, they are straight. So what we're going to do, we're going to take probably that peg assembly, the guard, the shifter. We're going to take all that stuff off the parts bike, off the left side, and we're going to get it on actually my bike, because yeah, you can see this is bent. Like, you could tell, like, things just don't quite line up. But it is this piece here that's twisted or bent, and it's pretty solid. I'm surprised that it did get bent. So, alright guys, it's time to get the bent shifter off. It's time to get the, I guess, the chain guard or whatever off. So I've already taken the parts off the parts bike, so I do know how this kind of comes apart. The first thing we're going to do is actually pull the shifter off. These bolts are on pretty tight. They're on with Loctite, so you gotta kind of crack them a little bit. Way to get the shifter out is to take the whole linkage section out here. There's one little lock. I'll just kind of zoom in close here. You'll see there's like one little lock kind of nut here. We're just going to loosen that lock nut off and essentially unscrew the shift linkage from the I guess from the housing or from the adapter. So I just have an adjustable wrench. So there we go. Or maybe not. Hold on. Yep, so there we go. So I've just backed the nut off a little bit, and then essentially from there, we're going to get, so the next piece we're going to take off is the actual, I guess, our chain guard. These again are also on pretty tight. Start with this bottom one. It's right in behind the foot pegs here. I'll bring it over to the other side so you can see. So there's 3 bolts, this one, and this one. Alright guys, let's get these bolts out. Start with the bottom one. Apologize if my hand is in the way. Kind of a pretty tricky spot to film. Okay, so there we go. Don't mix up your bolts. Just stand them on their end in order. So we'll do that one first. We'll do the front one here next. Okay, front bolt, stand it up. And this is what I call the middle bolt, so. Okay, middle bolt's out. So the easiest way is to just slide your shifter up through the middle. So if you hold your shifter kind of straight like this, you can just unscrew it, your linkage. There we go. Shifter's out. Shifter is clearly bent. Alright guys, we're just going to clean this up with a little bit of brake cleaner. Nothing fancy. Buy it at any typical automotive store. Not that it's that dirty down here, but she's open. You might as well clean her up. Alright, so first things first. This is the shifter, not off the damaged bike. You can probably see the difference in the shifters. The one on the right, this guy here, is the bent one. And the one on the left is the one off the parts bike. But yeah, take a look. Clearly a difference. So this guy's out. This guy's in. So let's thread this up into our linkage. Just the opposite of the process you did to take it out. Okay, so she's tight there. We may actually back it off a little bit and then just snug the nut up. Okay, perfect. So let's get the next piece on, which is the chain guard section. So feed your shifter through the hole. Get it outside here where it needs to be. Not quite in the right position. Okay, that's where it's got to be. All right. Let's get a bolt in this guy here. I'm going to start in the top middle bolt, I guess. We'll start up here just to get it in place. Just make sure it's starting to thread. Alright, let's place the front bolt. See if I can just get one bolt in here to hold it in place temporarily. I thought I had this top one in, but apparently it was not. There we go. Okay. Get our shifter in place here. not going to tighten everything up just yet. We're just going to kind of snug it up. Once everything's in place, then we'll start tightening everything in. All right. So things are starting to look up a little bit here. Let's get this top bolt cranked in. Okay, let's get this front bolt cranked in. Right, the two front ones are in. Let's see if we can get this bottom bolt cranked in. All right, looks pretty snug. Let's crank our shifter in. All right, guys, there we go. So, unbent shifter. And the only thing we got to do now is lock this piece. You got to lock your, I guess your linkage nut back in place here. So let's do that. So I'm just going to finger tighten it, and then I'm going to put the wrench on it. Okay, I guess that's it, guys. So yeah, so if you have to change your shifter, that's probably the easy way to do it. Hope it helps. All right, guys. So now that we have that replaced, take a look at the back pegs. Now you can see the back pegs. Like, everything is straight. It's horizontal across the bike. Everything's in line. You can see if you look down this side, it doesn't look bent like it did before. This side, obviously, there's no bends. We didn't change anything over here. Things look good. You can see the pegs are in line. Looks almost like new again. This is just like one of the minor things I noticed on the bike. Alright, guys, so that's going to be it for this episode of RideThe6 Rebuild FZ6R. We're really getting down to like tiny little things on the bike. This was like a thing that just had to be done. It's just bugging me. There's a couple of little small things which I'll probably show you in the next video. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully this helps you if you get into a situation where you have a bent shifter, and hopefully it helps you understand how it comes apart, how you have to replace it. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned, guys, to the channel. There's more stuff coming all winter.